Okay, I'm back. Part 2 of 3 in the morning. He's wide awake. He worked 2 jobs yesterday. He didn't get done till 10 o'clock last night, and he has to be back to work at 7. And I said, aren't you tired? You need to get some sleep. I already got sleep. I said, what time did you get home? He said 10 o'clock. Said I was sleeping. It's unusual for me. I must have been tired. That RV kicked my ass yesterday. Okay. He's metamorphosized into somebody else I don't know again, because before it was work and sleep. He slept, if he wasn't at work, he was sleeping. It didn't matter. And now he's morphed into work 2 jobs, cut to sleep. I don't know. I was like that, though, when I was his age. I worked 2, 3 jobs at a time. I wanted to make all that money while I could when I was young, Look at this hair. So yeah, I'm not going to discourage him at all. Just don't want him getting tired. Why? You work all your life, you wear yourself out for what? So, moderation. That's what it is. Moderation. I think I got a cat that's going to fall in the pond out there. Looks like it. Maybe. But yeah, it's quiet now. He turned his music down. I think he's talking to a girl. Pretty sure. It has to be. It's what guys talk to each other at 3. And he's not funny. No, he's not. He likes girls. Funny. Why did I call it funny? He's not, whatever the new word is now. I got to watch my verbiage, because if not, if I don't enunciate the word, let alone get the proper word out, then there's a big fucking problem. I don't care, they can kiss my ass. Whoops, I'm trying to adjust this thing. There goes my hand in the way. I'm trying to get out of that habit. If I could learn to use my right hand, and I'm right-handed, so I don't know why my left hand always gets in the way, but it does. So I've worked myself into an easy day today. Car and the van need washed, though. And I got a cat in the water. What in the heck? I'm not sure which one it is. Looks like Minnie. She in that pond again. She thinks she's going to get one of them turtles. I got news for her. Turtles are as big as she is. She's going to lose. She's going to lose. Hold on. I'm going to go get her out of there. Nope, never mind. Here she comes. I guess Turtle's ignoring her. So anyhow, yeah, I got a pretty good day going on. I got Eddie, my gray and white younger one. He's got a thing with his water container. I don't know what it is. He wants to dump it all the time. I told you the other day, it's the big one. You fill it up, you flip it upside down, and they get water all day long. Well, he's figured out how to get his little paw underneath there, and he flips it. And then all the water goes everywhere. I caught him yesterday, him and Charlie doing it. He's just sitting there, he just tried to knock it now, and he's sitting there trying to, let's see what he's doing. Watch. Let me unplug this, see if I can do this without hurting myself. I don't know. Here he goes, watch. You gonna show him what you're doing down there? Huh? You gonna show him what you're doing? Here he goes. He's so infatuated with this thing. There he goes. He gets his paw underneath of it. See him? See him? See what he's doing? What are you doing? It's a boy cat, so I'm not surprised it's a boy. Let me see if I can sit this back up without dropping it. You know, one day I might be able to become a proficient at using a camera, maybe. And if not, I know. Yeah, he's still at it. He'll be happy when it's all over the floor. And then he'll lay there and look at the water. Eddie, stop it. Hold on a minute. Stop it. You're going to have that old... Get out of there. Eddie. Give me a second. I'm going to pick it up and put it on the counter. Okay, I've had enough of this, mister. I'm not cleaning up water. Almost 4 o'clock in the morning. There, so now how do you like me? Okay, thanks, guys, for hanging in there. I'm not surprised. I swear to God, I'm not surprised. Sometimes I think I have too much time on my hands. I don't know how I could have that thought, but yeah. Think about stuff. You know, but maybe that's because I have a whole lifetime of stuff to think about. It's been a rough last year, I'll tell you. I can't deal with it. It's just a couple months, it'll be a year since I lost my best friend, Mary. I haven't dealt with that. I can't deal with that. We literally, when I tell you literally, we literally talked every night. For a few years, she drove over the road. She was a long-distance truck driver, little bitty thing. And so late at night, I would get on the phone with her and talk to her for hours on end just to make sure she got to her next drop. And once she got there, you know, and I knew she was able to put her feet up and rest for a bit, then I was okay. So then she had to quit driving truck because she had MS. Her brother did too. He passed from it. I guess that wasn't very pretty. And so she went to work in a grocery store. It was at Acme in Ohio. I don't remember where it was. Maybe AMP. I don't remember. And then at night, she did DoorDash. Now, same age as me. And she would DoorDash till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, go home, fall asleep, sitting up, talking on the phone to me. And then she'd get up and go back to the grocery store. But I talked to her while she was out there DoorDashing. Jesus Christ. You know, that age, she's out there at night. She's going out. And where we come from, it's a lot of country, you know. So she's out in them country roads at night. You know, winter time, it was snowing. And I was on the phone with her, you know, scared to death for her. She has a daughter. We won't discuss that. Mary and I would quabble over that rotten little brat. She's 30-something, you know, and that's why her mother worked 2 jobs. It was to take care of her dumb ass and the father of her. She was married to the brother. I don't know. Don't ask me how that all happened. I have no clue. But I know that the bunch she was mixed with was a bunch that my older sister was, the Smith boys. No good. Absolutely no good. And she ended up with her daughter with one and married another. I don't know. But that had nothing to do with me. So I loved her no matter what she did. But yeah, we'd still be on the phone this time of night sometimes. You know, she'd be, I got to make some more money. I didn't make enough money. You know, Heather needs this or she. And we would argue over that. And I'd be like, Mary, Jesus, Mary, come on, you know. You're 65 years old. Take care of yourself. Get rid of your house. Come down here. It's time to relax and retire. All you need to do is DoorDash down here or work at the grocery store, which is what I'd rather. She did rather than fucking DoorDashing. And so yeah, we had talked and she hadn't been feeling good, and she wouldn't stop to take care of herself, you know, because Heather needed this and George needed that. And fuck Heather and fuck George, because you know what? Now she's not here. Yeah. Last time I had talked to her, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And she was done for the night. I had to get up and go to work the next morning. That's when I was still working at the campgrounds that I told you I'm not going to tell you the name of. Anyhow, so we said our goodnights, and she says, I'll call you tomorrow around lunchtime. She says, when I take my lunch at work. And I said, okay. Because, you know, I just wanted to check on her all the time. I was so worried, so scared. You know, she had gained so much weight, and, you know, she'd get out of breath just moving, and you know, just getting pissed off at her. I'd be like, Mary, you know, you need to stop. You're going to have a goddamn heart attack. You need to stop, Mary. You know, because, of course, she was Italian and I think Serbian, but strong Italian. And, of course, we know they're extreme hyper, worse than I am. And, you know, we grew up together. She was supposed to call me at lunch the next day. Well, I got way late or something, I don't remember. And I'd seen she called. And so I called her back right away because, you know, she only had like an hour or something for lunch. So I called back. And her daughter answered the phone. And I said, what are you doing with your mom's phone? Where is she? I just didn't have a good feeling. It wasn't good. She died at about an hour after I talked to her. Because she had to get up and go to Heather's for something. You know, something was a fucking miss, you know, at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, she had to go take care of. She got out of her car and she dropped. That was it. That was the end. Sorry. This is real life. I can't deal with that one. I just can't. I can't deal with any of them anymore. And so I just, you know, jumped into my work, and I lost myself. I didn't know what to do every evening. Still lost almost a year later. But it's real life. So, you know, I did what I did. Holidays came and went. That sucked. At Christmas time, got to see my oldest sister, the one that was in the nursing home. I didn't get to see her but every few months because she's so far away, you know. But always made sure Christmas and everything was good for her. And if I couldn't get to her, my oldest daughter's near there, you know, and she would go handle it. But I got to see her at Christmas, and she didn't look good at all. She had probably gained, I don't know, probably 50, 60 pounds since I had seen her a couple months before. And, well, I knew where that was going. Could tell a lot of it was water weight. She was real puffy. And but she, you know, she was up out of her bed and in a wheelchair, and we had a nice visit. And the girl's dad came in Christmas, and we all spent Christmas together. That was nice. It was very nice. He wasn't looking so good, you know. He hadn't been feeling good, and he'd lost a lot of weight. Was very thin. But, you know, we spent Christmas together, and who'd have thought? Who? So, come January 11th, I got the message about the girl's daddy. It was a tough one trying to support my girls, feeling the way I did, but I did. I had a special urn made for him so they didn't have to worry about it, and I had them some beautiful jewelry made with his ashes, and I made them t-shirts with his pictures and puzzles, and give them something to put away, and remembrance of their dad. And so then we had that to deal with. That's 3 that I can think of off the top of my head in about 6 months. Those are the kind of things I wake up in the night and think about, Mm-hmm. The only ones that are left, and bless her heart, she called me, was it yesterday, in a panic. She says, I've been trying to get a hold of you, and, I told your Uncle Harry that I have to get a hold of you. I'm worried. I apologized. I felt bad. I had, with all this bullshit with this phone, I had seen where she had tried to call, but I never heard the phone calls. Well, somehow in all the mess, my phone got put on airplane mode, so we know what happens there. It didn't work so well. So bless her heart, she called me yesterday. I said, Aunt Shirley, I'm good. Because they'd always worried about me because of my health problems, but they know I'm good now, So I talked to her, eased her mind, bless her heart. They're the only ones left in the family, I believe, on my mother's side, that are older than me. Feel that position. Yeah. And they're all dropping like flies around me. Yeah, so I lost my younger sister. I have a hard time with that. It's been maybe 5 years. Pretty sure 5 years. I try not to think about it because and she was just getting her life in order, She messed up in drugs bad, and she was cleaning herself up, and she had lost her driver's license. She told me she was getting her driver's license back last time I spoke to her. And if it was okay, she wanted to drive up here and see everybody. And yeah, I said, yeah, okay. Wasn't long after that, I got that call. I don't know how many of those kind of calls a person is supposed to be able to deal with, but I got 3 there I need to deal with, and I don't know how to do it. It affects me, trust me. There isn't a day goes by that something doesn't happen that reminds me of one of them. And I know you're thinking, well, your girl's daddy, your ex-husband. No. I spent 22 years with that man. We have children and grandchildren. And we didn't end up hating each other. We got along fine, He would call. And, I would have to remind him, though, that we were no longer married and that wasn't going to happen again. But, yeah, it's starting to hit home, Grandparents, when they go, it's heartbreaking. And then you lose your parents, which is even worse. And brothers and sisters and cousins. I've lost cousins, my friends. I don't know. These are some of the thoughts I have when I'm awake at this time of morning. I think, what's it all for? Why do we strive so hard to be who we are and to get to the places in life that we do and to be successful? And then bam, it's gone just like that. I don't know. Tell you, I don't know if any of the rest of you do, but you know, sometimes I'll be walking through my house and the weirdest feelings come over me. You know, almost like a state of freaking panic. But it's because something I just walked by or something I looked at or something I touched reminded me of somebody that's no longer here. Is that all we have, you know, when we're gone? I don't know. All I know is I woke up. And that's a good thing. Tired, but, and I'm good because coffee pot, I've set the coffee pot to come on automatically in the morning in case I fall asleep, because what time is it? It's 4 o'clock. And I have 2 hours until the husband gets up for work, so how short my ponytail is now that I cut it. Oof. Well, that's okay. I need it cut anyhow. What are you looking for, Eddie? I took your water bottle up, didn't I, little butthead? They're so cute, though. They have their own little personalities, and I can pretty much tell you which each one's going to do next. And you know what? They don't talk back. And I can open the door and put them out on a line. You know, nobody's calling CPS on me, you know. I don't know. Too much time right now to think, you know, looking back over life and like, jeez. What are you doing? He's up here checking me out. I don't know what he's looking for. What are you doing, buddy? So anyhow, yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, actually, now it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Guess I could go out and work on those orders, but I don't really want to right this. I'm exhausted from that RV yesterday. God. My neck. I can't even sit straight. And my shoulders from all that reaching up. Oof. And I would have it detailed, but you know, then you got to use your gas to take it there, get it cleaned up. And then it's ridiculous expensive. And then you got to leave a tip on top of that. And then you got to drive it back home and use ridiculous, I think, 7 miles to the gallon, maybe. 8, I don't know, somewhere in there. I know it's 10 or under. Yeah, not for unnecessary shit, so that's why I went out and cleaned it. So I just saved us probably about $600. And that's why I get to go camping the rest of the year when I want. Plus, I got good exercise of body parts that I haven't moved in a while. So I know I sound like I'm complaining. I'm not. I'm just uncomfortable. And I'll take some Aleve or something. Why? Because I'm not going to let it stop me today. Because got pain. I know I'm still alive. I know I'm still breathing. So, bring it on. Maybe I'll wash up my car today. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll take it to the car. They're little and they cost like $9 or something. You know, I don't let them do the inside. I do the inside myself. So it's like $9, you know, to use their water and electricity. And if I go out, I have no intentions on going out today. But as far out as I'm going, if I get there, is the pool. I could go out there and take a nap later, I guess. If I can get that big old float blown up. I'll get the husband to do it before he goes to work. If I remember. If If not, I don't know. I'll figure it out. We used to have those little pumps, that you plug in and you plug it into the wall socket and you stick it in the thing and walk away and come back before it blows up. I don't know what happened to those. So anyhow, I get on here and I just ramble on because I don't leave the house and I don't see a bunch of bullshit, so I'm not pissed off. So, but I'm not going to go out just for that reason. So anyhow, if you're here and you're watching, thanks for being here. Remember, I'm not here to make money, to have ads, to do any of that kind of stuff. That's not my intentions. I want to be different. Go figure. And just do it just because. Just because. I want you to know you can be old and still have a life. And you can still have thoughts of your own. And you can still do things. Just because you've retired. Some haven't at my age, A lot of people can't retire. I don't know what's retirement age now, 67? I don't know. But yeah, you can have a life, and if you don't have a good one right now, it takes a lot of hard work, but you can get there. Trust me. One day, I'm going to see if I can get my husband to put a photo collage together of me from the days when I started feeling good and show the progression of how sick I got and then the progression of me coming in. I don't even believe it myself. I don't remember a lot of it. And I look at it, I'm like, Jesus, yeah, I should have been gone. I'm glad I'm not. Glad I'm here. So, I can do it. You can do it. Trust me. Anyhow, y'all, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to quit boring you. Maybe I'll come back later with something that somebody's pissed me off about, or I think more about that Epstein thing. No, I can't think about that. That's just too much in my head. Too much. So y'all have a beautiful morning. I'll probably be back later once I figure out what the hell I'm doing. Take care. Love your family. Yeah, love your family. And I'll see y'all later. Thanks for stopping.